Okay, hi everybody. My name is Nicole Manwaring and I am the program coordinator at New Roads Residential Treatment Center, and I also do the DBT skills training with the clients, with your clients. And today we are going to learn a skill. It is in our distress tolerance skill set. So I'm going to write distress tolerance down. Now, we use distress tolerance usually when we're in some kind of crisis, and acting on those crisis urges will make the situation worse. So one of the ways we can do this is by distracting. And we use a little acronym. We call it distracts with, and we use this acronym, accepts. And within this accepts, we have 7 different things that we can do to distract from our elevated emotions. And the first thing that we try to do is activities. So let's say we are getting elevated, we're upset, we feel like we're going to just leave the facility and not come back. We know that that's going to make whatever situation's going on worse. So we want to find a different activity to not replace the emotion, but take us away from the emotion. So some of the things we do at the facility is, hey, do you want to go out and play basketball, shoot some hoops? Why don't you go play pool with so-and-so? Volleyball's big now that the weather's gotten nice. Go on a walk, just different activities. A lot of people like to color and play cards. Playing cards is a big one. So activities can distract from the distress that the client is in. The second one, this first C, second skill, is comparisons. So this is pretty self-explanatory, but I like to call it gratitude. So I'll often tell the clients, go make a gratitude list. What are you grateful for? And what happens is they start to write these things down and they start to see that things aren't so bad. Or they can just say to themselves, hey, I'm in a way better place than I was, say, a year ago. A year ago I was living on the streets, or a year ago I was here. This is a way better place and I've grown so much. So looking at what their life was like and compared to what it's like now, or even just other people's everyday problems. I have a friend and her husband just died and she has 4 kids and she doesn't have a job and she has all this stress. You can see that and see that you don't have those things to worry about. So that is comparisons. The next C is my very favorite. It is contributing, which I let the clients know this is service. Be of service to your peers, someone around you. I'll often have the clients, after I teach this skill, I have them draw names secretly, and they have to do a random act of kindness for that person. And it can be simple as, go and making their bed for them, or doing their daily chore for them, or getting them a snack from the store. Contributing to your peers or your fellow man, just helping someone else out for some reason really takes your mind off of what you're going through and your emotions. The next one is, I just said it, emotions. We want to distract with different emotions. And I'm going to put different right here so it makes more sense. So we're distracting with different emotions. This means, say you're feeling depressed and you can't seem to get out of this depression. Activity is a really good one for that too. But you can't get out of this depression. Think of the funniest movie that you know and love and go watch that hilarious movie. You're probably not going to want to go watch Fight Club if you're angry. But you can just find something that's funny that will make you happy to change your emotions. happy music, upbeat music, that can also help. The P in accepts stands for pushing away. And I like to call this, put it up on a shelf. Just for a little bit. Because we do need to deal with our emotions, but just for a little bit, you can put this up on a shelf, take it back down and look at it later and say, why did this make me upset? What was going on with it? I had a thought and I lost it, but, oh, I know what the thought was. The clients always tell me, well, that's easier said than done. Absolutely, I agree. But everything in these skills takes practice. It's practice, practice, practice. Asking yourself, what skill can I use in this situation? So pushing away or putting it up on the shelf. Take a look at it later. Remove yourself physically from the situation if you have to. And the T stands for different thoughts. And the example I use here is, so say you're sitting in a boring class or the person next to you is really agitating you by crunching chips or ice or whatever, and you feel yourself getting elevated and agitated and you just want to get up and walk out, but you've got to be in this class. One thing I tell them is count the ceiling tiles. I looked up at the ceiling tiles. But count the ceiling tiles. Repeat the words of your favorite song in your head. Just trying to get your thoughts off what the person next to you is doing or what is making your emotions elevated. And the final one is sensations. You'll hear a lot about sensations in distress tolerance. You can listen to, you want to make your body feel something different. Listening to really loud music will help. Holding a piece of ice. You just want to have different sensations, and it usually will take your mind off of what is causing the distress. So that is the distress tolerance skill of distracts with accepts. The end.